Good day, you absolute legends. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a big, major update that is inbound and what is included. Now, how do I have this information? Now, these are all predictions made by artificial intelligence. Does it know something that we don't? And let me tell you, some of the answers that I received back seem very, very convincing. So let's get into today's video because we do have a lot to cover today. So I asked the AI, predict the future updates for No Man's Sky, the video game. And this is what it said. Predicting future updates for specific video games is speculative and uncertain, as it depends on the decisions and plans of the developers. However, I can offer some potential directions No Man's Sky might take based on its past updates and the general trends in the gaming industry. Expanded multiplayer features. No Man's Sky has continually evolved its multiplayer capabilities, allowing players to explore the universe together. Future updates may focus on enhancing these multiplayer experiences, possibly adding features like larger player lobbies, more robust group activities, or even player-run economies. New biomes and planet types. Given the game's focus on exploration, future updates may introduce new types of planets, biomes, and environments to discover. This could include more diverse landscapes, weather patterns, and a unique flora and fauna to encounter. Enhanced base building. Base building has been a significant aspect of No Man's Sky since its introduction. Future updates may expand on this feature by introducing new building materials, structures, and customization options, allowing players to create even more elaborate and personalized bases. Deeper narrative and quest lines. No Man's Sky has gradually introduced more narrative elements and quest lines over time. Future updates may continue to flesh out the game's lore and storytelling, providing players with more engaging narratives to experience as they explore the universe. Vehicle customization and upgrades. The game already features various vehicles like the Exocraft and starships. Future updates may introduce more customization options and upgrade paths for these vehicles, allowing players to tailor them to their playstyles and preferences. Community events and challenges. No Man's Sky has occasionally hosted community events and challenges where players work together to achieve specific goals. I think in this one they are referring to the expeditions, but we'll continue. Future updates may expand on these events, offering more opportunities for collaborative gameplay and rewarding players with unique in-game rewards. Yeah, so it's definitely talking about the expeditions there. Improved performance and optimization. As with any live service game, future updates may also focus on optimizing performance, fixing bugs, and improving overall stability to provide players with a smoother and more enjoyable experience. Now, one of those predictions that actually took me back a little bit. Now, remember, this is AI. This is artificial intelligence. It has no real clue on what's really going on. It's only making predictions based on patterns, and this is why I love to use this tool. Now, one of the things that it said there was a way to customize starships. Well, as we know, in the orbital update, we had that very feature added into the game very recently, and the fact that it's also talking about expeditions. So could this artificial intelligence truly predict more features that are going to be added into the game? So with my interest now peaked, I decided to dig a little further. So I asked it very simply, expand on more predictions, and this is what it said. Space station overhaul. Wow. So the fact is, we've just had this very prediction in No Man's Sky with the orbital update, but this is what AI has to say about it. Space station overhaul. Space stations are central hubs in the game, serving as places for trade, missions, and interactions with NPCs. Future updates may introduce significant overhauls to space stations, potentially adding new functionalities such as player-owned shops, faction-specific stations, or dynamic events happening within them. So when I read that, ladies and gentlemen, my mind blew, because imagine that. We've been speaking about things like this for a while, you know, player-owned shops, faction-specific stations. We've been talking about factions in No Man's Sky for a long time now. Dynamic events happening with inside of them. So procedurally generated events, we kind of already have that. But again, these are just predictions from AI. But anyway, let's continue. Exploration tool and gadgets. To enhance the exploration aspect of the game, future updates may introduce new tools and gadgets for players to use while traversing planets. This would include items like advanced scanners for detecting rare resources or wildlife, drones for aerial exploration, or even customization probes for mapping uncertain territories. I really like the drone idea. That's something I've not even thought about myself. Imagine having a drone that you can fly out that goes 100 U's away in every direction. You can kind of get an aerial view. But obviously, you're not using your ship. This is just you, boots on the ground, running around trying to find things. I think that would actually be a really cool idea. Let me know what you think about that one in the comment section down below. Expanded crafting and resource management. No Man's Sky already features a robust crafting system, but future updates may expand upon it by introducing new recipes, crafting stations, and resource management mechanics. This could involve more complex production chains, resource extraction techniques, and the ability to refine and process materials in different ways. Again, a very cool idea. I really like that. Dynamic events and emergent gameplay. Future updates may introduce more dynamic events and emergent gameplay opportunities across the universe. This could include things like random encounters with cosmic phenomena, planetary disasters, or even interstellar conflicts that players can choose to participate in or even influence. Again, very good idea. Player-driven economy. Now, this is something, funnily enough, that I have already spoken about in a previous video, and ChatGPT has literally just pulled this up. So again, my mind is blown, but this is what it has to say. Player-driven economy, building upon the trading mechanics already present in the game. Future updates may introduce more depth to the economy by allowing players to establish their own trade routes, set prices for goods, and influence market dynamics. This could lead to a more dynamic and player-driven economy within the game universe. Yes, 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 yes. This is exactly what my idea was. This is crazy. The fact that this is in there and it's a prediction, and as we know, it's already got a few predictions already pretty much spot on. So, player-driven economy, sign me up all day. I'm really looking forward to that if it does come true. Cross-platform compatibility. With the increasing prevalence of cross-platform gaming, future updates may focus on improving cross-platform compatibility for No Man's Sky. This could allow players on different platforms to seamlessly interact and play together, further expanding the game's community and player base. Well, as we know, they could go ahead and introduce multiplayer to the Switch, which would essentially dramatically improve the player base. So maybe that's gonna be a thing, who knows. Virtual reality enhancements. No Man's Sky already supports virtual reality or VR gameplay, but future updates may continue to enhance the VR experience by adding features like improved controls, VR exclusive content, and optimization for different VR platforms. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this prediction actually came true with the Orbital update. We have just had a massive VR overhaul with a lot of controls, especially being completely optimized. So this prediction was spot on. Wow. And finally, community creation tools. To foster creativity within the player community, future updates may introduce tools and features that allow players to create and share their own content within the game. This could include things like custom missions, procedural generated templates, or even player designed planets and creatures. Now, this has been a feature by the community that they've wanted for a very long time. Now, what this essentially means is giving us the same tools that Hello Game uses to actually make the game itself. It's not so much the source engine, but the tools that allow players to go in, or should I say Hello Games to go in, and for example, create new worlds, temper and tamper with the procedural generation aspect on planets, that kind of thing. Now, if they would allow us to have such power and such control and such tools, then No Man's Sky could change in a very, very big way. So again, I am completely 100% for this prediction. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Even if a few of these predictions now come true and they are added into the game of No Man's Sky, then it could again from Orbital anyway, change in another dramatic and big way. So the next update could be another big major update to No Man's Sky. Like Orbital changed the game, the next one could also change the game in such a fundamental way. But let me know your thoughts today about the predictions. Do you have any of your own predictions? Do you think anything that I've just listed there may come true? And what do you think about the ones that have already come true? Do you think that's a little spooky? Anyway, you know what to do, comment section down below. And as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.